have tried to live like coexist with bears before. It didn't go too well in that one town in New Hampshire.
But those are libertarians. Those are libertarians. They do not count.
Well, damn.
I got a question though.
If anything,
Toyo,
wait, no. Hang on. I got the dunk on that. If anything, that just proves that bears function better in a lawful society governed with proper regulations. If
Are they gonna follow regulations?
they didn't like the libertarians.
Yeah, what are your regulations going to be? We're going to tranquilize the shit out of you all the time, let you go and let you off.
Well, what's the regulations for people?
Tranquilize them and throw them in the drunk tank till they sober up.
Okay, so why?
Hold on, they don't tranquilize bears like that. They like have to beat them, so they like teach them a lesson. Like they won't. Wait, that came out wrong. I'm not leaving. Hold on.
What are you doing? Like, dude, this is like Rambo. You're gonna. This is how you end up with Rambo the bear.
Hold on.
No, she's telling the truth.
If the bear's on a tree, if they tranquilize it, the bear won't like learn, so it'll come back to the tree. So they have to like sometimes they'll shoot it with like rubber bullets or try to scare it away first. But like in the end they'll shoot it with rubber bullets, but it knows not to come back to the area.
Dude, that just proves that bears understand diplomacy.
We had to
They understand force.
We had to beat.
I'm really saying beat the shit out of a bear.
And most primitive form of diplomacy.
So wait, so Toyo, let's say I develop some bear armor for you that protects you from all bear-like attacks. Are you gonna go? You're gonna try and reason with the bears? You're gonna just
in a world where you're like 300 pounds heavier, yes, I would totally go and do diplomacy with bears.
Meanwhile, the bear grabs you by your fucking neck and slams you into the ground.
I'm telling you, if you made me heavy
the thing
enough,
is,
I would do it.
no, that's not how it works, dude. You scale a human up in size, you're still gonna lose based on the way like our shit works. Like,
What about Russian people?
No, humans, no, because they lose too. Humans aren't that strong. We just have good endurance. You're gonna get fucked up.
Like, bro, without a knife, and that's even, dude, bears' thin skin is so thick that, and their fur is so thick that.
The mountain from Game of Thrones, I guarantee you, I could reach diplomacy with a bear. Guaranteed.
No, dude, the mountain would get torn apart.
Nah.
Yeah,
I give it a few rounds. I got 2 good hits in.
Yeah,
upon revive.
You guys are operating with savage brain sets here. I'm not trying to fight the bear. I'm engaging in good faith diplomacy with the bear.
That bear knocks your fucking block off.
The bear is gonna try and fight me, and then the bear is gonna say,
What do you mean try?
the bear's gonna try and fight me, and then the bear's gonna be like, you know what? This motherfucker's spitting. Right? Like, the bear's gonna
He
be
gonna
like,
be
he's
spitting blood.
spitting. Yeah, but you know what? Once the bear hits me once, and I'm in pain, but I'm still spitting, and my rhetoric is still strong, and I'm still salient and ameliorated.
Oh my god, the Vosh words.
Guys, I'm afraid Tyolo is gonna walk into a bush one day and talk to the wrong animal.
You don't gotta worry about bears. You should worry about like coyotes or like javelinas or hyenas.
Coyotes is like there needs to be a lot of coyotes.
I'm never gonna worry
for that to
about
fuck
something
with
that
me.
I can just kick, right? Like I'm never ever gonna worry about something I can kick the fuck
You're
out
never
of.
gonna worry about.
Yeah,
See-
fuck
Dumpster.
diplomacy. If I'm stronger than you, then yeah, fuck
Wait,
that.
Kira, what
I'm
did you
just
say?
gonna assert my.
I said, damn, they're never gonna care about me. Shake my head.
Wait, that's not what I
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yes,
You
it
can
is.
shake me. No.
Coyotes around here actually
Go
get
all the
pretty
way,
big.
Toyolo.
Breed with dogs.
Ah, you
Put me
can't kick
across the
Kira.
golf field. Punt me.
You can't kick Kira.
Oh, why not?
Because by coyote logic, it doesn't work.
There's a part of me that was just waiting for Free to kick Kira. Just a part of it.
I had a
You
job
kick
one
me
time
free, would
where
you?
my coworkers were arguing about like what you do if a dog attacks you, and some of them were like really scared, and then some of them were like really aggressive. And my manager just came out and she was like, "Bro, if a dog attacks me, I'm gonna punt that bitch across the fucking street." And everybody was so shook by the statement. Like no one had thought about the fact that they're all too soy to hit a dog.
I would kick the fuck out of a dog. Are you fucking serious?
It's easy to say, but I got chased by a pit bull before.
Dude,
Yeah.
the thing is with a pit bull you have two options. If you've already stopped, right, you're not getting away, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting away. So you need to limit the risk of it biting your arm or biting your leg, because once they got their mouth on it, yeah, that's not your leg anymore.
You'd be surprised how high you can jump when you're in fear for your life.
Yep.
So you either elevate on the dog.
It's a hell of a good drug.
You either elevate on the dog, or you like rotate, and you gotta like just put your entire soul into that kick. Like you have to channel every soccer ball kick you've ever done.
What if you do
It's like,
that and you
okay.
miss?
If you miss, at that point you deserve to die. Okay, you missed point blank.
I'm telling you, animal attacks are like the perfect time to try a front flip kick.
You
I
should
promise
have. You should have like maybe instead of all that online video games, you should have practiced your kicks, your low kicks. Okay.
While you were playing video games, I practiced the kick. We are not the same.
Joe Rogan would have survived. Okay. Joe Rogan would have survived.
I was walking home from a friend's house, like alone, and this fucking pit bull. I had gotten like a stare down with this pit bull. Totally wanted to fucking kill me.
Yeah, don't stare dogs in the eyes. Absolutely not. Especially if they're
I've
like.
only,
I was
I've
9 years
only
old, dude. I didn't know. I was terrified.
I've only been bitten by 2 animals in my life on the same farm, and one of them was a chicken, and the other one was a donkey. And those are the only animals I've ever held malice, and the only animals that have ever made me feel threatened. Other than
Motherfucker
that,
said
I feel pretty
malice.
good.
Hey, yo, what's the biggest animal you think you could take?
The biggest animal that I could take?
A human?
Lol.
I mean,
Nice.
I don't think humans count in that situation. I feel like I could probably take like a couple of the big cats, but not like lions or tigers.
Do I get like a
I'm talking,
weapon?
like-
Do I get like a knife?
Oh yeah, I feel like I could take a mountain lion.
Nah, you
Absolutely not. Holy shit, no.
Do you know how big a mountain lion is, bro?
You
They're
sound
not
like
big.
napalm right now.
I feel like Napalm and I could take a mountain lion.
Like, dude,
Wait,
you do realize
You
me
realize
and
how big they can get, right?
have you ever seen a California mountain lion?
that's the pussy mountain lion. That's not the real mountain lion, okay?
It
Like,
ranges from 120 to 220 pounds. I don't know, man. That's
Yeah,
pretty
look.
fucking big.
Can we start
but
like
Don't they
Okay,
get massive?
wait a second. Hang on a second.
Don't
what did you say
cougars
their
get
weight
huge?
range is? What did you say their weight range?
120 to 220.
Okay, so that's
Oh my
basically
God.
just like a punk ass teenager.
I
to,
weigh-
like,
I weigh
a little
more.
lighter than me.
I weigh
yeah,
more
I weigh
than
more
that.
than that.
But the thing is
Are you trying to tell? Wait, they can actually get up to like 220 pounds.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
still
according
lighter.
to Google.
That's still lighter than me, son.
Yeah, but
so what I'm saying
the
is,
problem is
you gotta worry about.
it's
you gotta worry
faster
about
than you.
claws. You gotta worry about claws. You gotta worry about teeth, jaw strength, and you gotta worry about fur thickness. Okay, these are the things you gotta worry about.
If you get the first hit on it, if you get a really firm fucking kick in its wee little skull, then
No.
All you
That
gotta
mother-
do, all you gotta do
You
is get
realize how
lucky
hard
with
their
one
skulls
dodge
are?
and just choke the fuck out of it.
Okay, I want you to
Oh,
realize.
dude,
Wait,
if
wait.
you're in a
Choking, it
situation
sounds
where you're
bad.
trying to choke the fuck out of it, you've lost already.
I think
because
yeah,
that means
choking
you gotta
sounds
get
like a
close
losing
to its
move,
skull.
bro.
Nah, bro, we're
Pause.
different. I
It's
don't
gonna
want to
pull
hurt
the
it
shit
too
out of
bad.
you. You're
I
gonna
don't
bleed
wanna
out
kill
before
it.
it passes out.
Okay, I want you to pause and think for a
You've already
second,
lost.
right? This thing,
Dude,
it carries animals up trees with shit in its mouth, okay? This thing,
Oh, dude, this
Like shit in its mouth.
like with
Toilet.
a body in
a
its
cougar
mouth.
comes. A cougar comes at me. I'm stabbing it with whatever fucking branch I can get. I'm pulling its heart out with my hand, skinning it, and wearing it as a coat out of the bush.
Yeah, plus they
That fucker's going
survival
down.
guides do say that if you are in a situation gonna get attacked by the animal, you should just thrust your arm as far down
Yeah,
its throat as
so-
possible.
You should prove this to all of us and live stream it so we can place.
Well, no.
bets.
So here's the thing. I would never, ever, ever just go and attack an animal.
You tried diplomacy first, right?
Yeah. What
I
if
would
you
try
tried
to?
to?
First class I've acquired. Like, I would
Who's a good kitty
legitimately
cat?
never provoke an animal. Like, I
Really?
feel like it's more fucked up to do that. But if I'm
No,
on a hike, you better believe I will have someone
Dude.
hold the camera for me.
dude,
if I gotta-
Toyola. Mountain lions like aren't the one thing about mountain lion is the motherfuckers not playing fair. They like stalk people. Okay, they like stalk people. They wait for you to like take a fucking piss. And then out of nowhere, your fucking dick is laying on the ground, and your fucking arm is like in a tree, and you're
Yeah,
fucking
but you
getting
know what?
brutally
If I gotta
murdered.
lose
It's not
my
your
dick,
dick.
if I gotta lose my dick in a fight just to beat the fight, like just to beat the
It's
cat,
not gonna
like,
be a fight.
bro,
It's gonna be
I'm
you
telling-
screaming.
I'm telling you, you're overestimating a
Wait.
mountain lion.
Dude.
so hard.
That mountain lion is
number
going to
one,
pull your
if you're
pants to
taking
the
the best-
side.
Mountain lions wait for you like not to be making eye contact, don't they? Typically they'll attack
Yes,
from behind.
they never attack you if you're looking at them.
Yeah, so if you charge the mountain lion already, you're in a W
Well,
position.
No, they'll attack you if you
Depends.
charge them, but like if they're gonna just look at you.
They probably would run away if you charged them.
Exactly.
Fucking-
W position.
Fucking
Guard the
all the
cat.
Controller snatching defeat from the jaws.
Okay,
of
they're
the
gonna run
turtle
away.
that
You're
showed.
not gonna catch them, and then they're just gonna come back and kill you.
They're
Well,
gonna
no,
be.
you're,
They're
okay,
pissed
so
off.
you guys have this weird mindset that the goal is to harm this animal for some reason, and I'm not.
It's
operating
It's not
like
gonna
that.
stop, bro. Once it's decided, oh, this is gonna be my lunch. Like it's very
Bro,
hard to
look,
deter them.
At some point, cats get too big and too powerful, but a mountain lion is not that point.
Dude,
Dude,
I think-
you
I
the
think a
only way
jag-
you could fight this thing is with like a spear, okay?
I
It's the
think
only way
a
you're fighting this thing.
jaguar is where it gets to be a little too powerful.
Jaguar, dude.
Jaguars are smaller.
Jaguars are pound for pound like some of the strongest like cats on the planet. Like a jaguar could punch you in your head, and your neck is basically going to snap like
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
twig.
saying. I'm saying like a jaguar is probably the beginning of like where cats get too powerful for you to take out.
I feel
But
like
I'm
you'd
pretty
fight
sure
a
a
tiger.
mountain lion is
Dude.
under a jaguar. All you gotta worry about is the jaw strength and the fucking skin
Oh, never
thickness
mind.
and their claws. That's it.
They're
Could you-
extraordinarily rare. These attacks.
Take a
So-
panther.
Yeah,
Take a
because they
panther.
usually mind their own fucking business.
I don't know
isn't a
too much
panther and
about
a jaguar the
panthers.
same
I'd
thing?
I'd need like their height and weight.
Mountain lion attacks are extraordinarily fucking rare. Like
Yeah,
across
because
all
they
of America,
know.
this
They
dude.
fucking know, dude. Little old ladies can whoop up their babies' asses. So imagine like a full-grown man fighting their like adults.
I need to arrange this fight. Like this is gonna be like
No,
the
you
fight of
don't.
the
It's
year.
That's animal cruelty. You don't need to do that.
We're Michael Vicking this. I don't care anymore.
What if the mountain lion consents?
Well, if you can actually work up through that diplomacy, then yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna get him on the phone right now. We're gonna talk
But
to
if I
Logan
feel like you're
Paul,
lying about it,
the mountain
then
lion.
Could you take a javelina?
the pig.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
Once he
See,
gores
that's where
you
you
in
get
your
in,
leg.
That's where you get into the skin thickness. Those motherfuckers aren't gonna feel pain the same
But
way.
like my thing is, wait, are you fighting this thing with no weapon, like no knife, like with?
If you're fighting a mountain lion with no weapons, you have a better chance than if you're fighting a javelina with no weapons.
Mm,
Guaranteed.
What the hell's a javelina?
It's like a southern wild boar.
They have little sharp, jagged ass teeth.
Yeah, they're like very, very hyper aggressive.
They don't
like,
care about
super
anything.
dense. You can shoot them like with a fucking like you can point blank them and they will still keep
We
fighting.
used to when in Texas, they on like hunting property, they pay you to kill them.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, dude. And you don't just go out hunting for them. You bring like a crew of guys, some
Yeah,
dogs,
and you,
tons
you
and tons of ammo.
spray them to death because like literally one bullet is not enough.
Yeah, they will live through all of your onslaught.
Those things are demonic. Like I wouldn't fight one of those things like barehanded. I need a knife or like something. Even then, like I might take an L. It might just clip me.
Certain animals, you really have to worry about their
Take an L, Saint Thomas, the Roman number? Never.
the Roman number.
Roman numeral.
I'm not gonna have to fucking pretend to like read that or I can read up to like 13 or some shit, okay?
It's 13. That's
That'd
the
be funny
number.
if it was-
It is 13.
Wait, it was 13?
Yeah.
Never mind, make it 12.
Bro, like they're
I
all
know
they
V
just
is, like,
add X.
5. I know if you add like the I in front of the V, it makes it like 4, I think. Or if you add it before, it makes it 6.
That's the only part that does
said
that.
I can read up to 13. That would be funny if it was 13. Never mind. Change it to 12. But dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to fighting animals, one thing that people sleep on is skin thickness, right? So like
We all know that. We all know that they have
Nah,
thicker
'cause
skin
you
than
guys
us.
Not know that.
So look, some animals have like super thick skin and can take a beating and blades, and some animals have very thin skin and can't. So like if you're fighting a cat, its stomach is not as defended as like its back.
Yeah, let me just get under the motherfucker. Hold on. Can I lay prone underneath you real quick, ma'am? As I'm asking for permission.
It's like 40 to 60 pounds. Just put down by the legs and start slamming them off the fucking ground.
You can't grab a javelina by the leg.
Dude, those things are so
You know what?
they're so well grounded.
You know what? If you try diplomacy with a bear, I will try to grab a javelin.
I promise you. Okay, listen.
You will die.
If there was ever going to be a time for this argument to work, if there was ever going to be a time for this argument to work, you could practice better diplomacy with any bear than you ever could with a javelina. I guarantee.
They're unreasonable. They're too stupid to be reasoned with.
I'm trying to pick it up and slam it on its head until it's fake.
Javelinas are unironically like genocidable in the state of Texas, dude. Like they are a problem.
First of all, the thing is once you see one, there's like not one. There's gonna be one nearby. I guarantee you. Yeah. So like once you
will be sworn.
Once you kill one, they just turn. They're all gonna turn to look at you. You're talking about an animal that's so deranged that it sees one of its own like die in front of it, and its first thought is, "Let me eat this motherfucker." That's how fucking they're demons, dude. The fact that God allowed them to walk the earth.
First one, the rest are distracted, and I just keep slamming them.
No, like it sees you. You're bigger. They're like, "Oh, word." They're just smart enough to be dangerous and stupid enough to not fear anything.
So like they have like permanent beer goggles.
They're permanently enraged and horny too. So like afterwards, they're gonna like fuck afterwards, and they make like 60 more.
Wait, not my corpse, right? They're not gonna go lactate.
Duffy,
right?
one thing you're not like thinking about is that like people can go up to them like point blank, put the gun to their fucking skull
and shoot.
Like,
and they live.
If it's not the high enough caliber, like that thing is gonna walk away for a while.
Dude, you need like a 45 like to their head.
You need like multiple shots to get it even like.
Aren't 45 like crazy big?
Yes.
Or whatever?
Yes.
Like hand cannon. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you need like actual fucking assault rifles. Like the reason people in Texas get assault rifles is to go fucking hunting javelinas.
Like,
wait, I want to know something. You know, like how in video games, like you can put a scope on a pistol, and it kind of looks like almost like you put like a mini scope on. Like, if people actually fucking do that.
Yes.
Yeah. I've shot a bunch of scoped pistols.
Wait, like a scope, like almost not like a sniper, but like I guess like
it's like a marksman. It's a marksman challenge. It's like a feat.
Like vector? Have you ever played like a vector scope in like Rainbow Six?
Oh, let me Google.
It's like it's usually like a little laser scope that puts like better accuracy in the field, but it doesn't give you like any visual like.
It does. There's no zoom. There's no zoom on
it.
Lasers.
I mean like.
No, what I'm saying is like there's a little mount on the top of the gun, and you look through it, and you have to line up two lasers inside of the glass. And when it lines up, it looks like an effective scope, and it means that you're on target. It's really weird, but it's really cool.
Look, dude, let's just keep it a bean. We're shooting it with fucking 223 rounds. Okay.
Yeah, if you shoot with 223 rounds, you can kill it. Like that's what I'm getting out of Google. Just
maybe like a couple of them.
Like,
well, no, you just don't shoot in the head. Just shoot in the chest.
I mean, yeah, but like, dude,
okay. I'm gonna post it. Like these look so weird. Cause like the scope is almost like as long as the gun.
If you were fighting a javelina with a bladed weapon, that thing would survive. Like I guess.
Okay, my thing is you basically have to take the ultimate. Like you'd have to do that thing that like they do in Africa. They let the lion jump on you. Just to like get one fatal stroke at its heart, and like you're risking your life to do that.
Dude, I went to a hotel once, and like this was when I was a kid. So this guy could be totally like bullshitting me, but it sounded true. Yeah, he was like from Africa, and he said like to be a man, you'd have to like actually kill a lion with a spear.
That's some tribes do that, but like I doubt it was that guy.
That's so crazy.
I don't think there's enough lions to go around.
They don't practice that anymore. Of course they don't. But that's like ancient. That's like ancient shit you're talking about.
He said he did it. I was a kid, so he probably just tried to press.
That's a demonic human right there. Like I wouldn't fight him.
That sounds like some dumb shit in elementary school, I would say.
Yeah, this guy was like, like looked like he was 25 or some shit. So.
Now he's
actually, so hang on a second. Wait a minute. If Kira was a child, Kira, I'm assuming you're probably like.
I'm not a child.
Right? No, you're like 26, right?
35.
Okay, so yeah, if you were a child at that point, that means that like at that point in time, this is more like an old person now saying this to them. So like, people in our parents' generation or the previous generation to that in Africa, in certain areas, may have experienced certain practices that are now culturally outdated. Like, we're not that far from like these things happening.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, the odds, like, the lion population dropped off so drastically over time.
One day he's gonna end up visiting this guy and just gonna be like
Never.
this lion pelt carpet.
He said he'd send me a picture. I never thought about it till, like, you know,
to check
after
in.
a while. I was a kid, right? So
you never thought, like, this grown man is
sending
me pictures.
I was not fast, let's say. So
I remember.
I just waited for the picture, right? I did not know how it would get to me. I did not think about it. Maybe it'd be mailed to me somehow. I did not think how I'd get my address. I was a fucking kid.
He punked you so hard.
Dude, when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I'd tell my grandpa when I'd go out to fish in the creek with Uncle Bill that I was gonna catch a blue whale. And every single time, I got him on the line, but he got away.
That's so cute.
Uncle Bill.
There wasn't even a fish in that fucking creek. There was like literally minnows, maybe.
Aw, so he just pretend to you? So, like,
dude,
like
I
maybe
didn't even like
controller
fishing,
me?
dude. I don't even think I'd be out there for that long. I hated fishing.
His brain was like, his little child brain was shutting off so fast.
If you ever travel to America, just go to Louisiana one time.
First of all, no. Please don't do that to them. Don't do that to them.
I feel like Duffy would crush it in Louisiana.
Crush it doing
Louisiana
what?
Have you seen how they farm crawfish?
It's funny.
It's so basic. Yeah, they didn't know this before. Like, I think it's like a recent thing. Like, by recent, I mean like a few decades. I don't know how long. But basically, they found out, like, a lot of the rice farmers found out that when they grow rice, what happens is, like, they realize that there's like a lot of crawfish also sync with like the timings of like the rice crops, and the reason was because like the crawfish could like be safe, so like birds wouldn't get them and shit.
Yeah, well, they've been doing that since I've been alive, though. Like, they've been. It's a
recent history.
So like, I've never had crawfish, but like full shrimp kind of turns me off. I like when like the front part's kind of.
I thought you were gonna say shrimp turns him on for a second.
I was like, there's a lot of people who would agree with the statement, but I don't know. What's up with the hate shit?
I feel like Duffy would kill it in a place where like you can go noodling for catfish.
I've done it. Like, it's pretty fun.
I feel like Creole women would love Duffy.
What does Duffy look like?
Honest, some of the stuff like people do in some other regions of the world, I would be dead. Like, I would be like, too many opportunities for hold my beer moments. That
Killing an alligator is probably one of like the most fucking, I don't know, difficult things you could probably do. Just because of the fact that like you could glance a bullet off their head. And
I feel like all the different meats and then like all the different women and all the different like
you can make a lot of money. Alligator
My team is like trolling so hard. They're calling the enemies like bots and find their side.
Like you can make like a lot of money off of a big alligator, like a 15-footer alligator, meat and skin. You can make a lot of money.
Duffy, you'd be like Louisiana royalty. I guarantee it.
Why do I picture like you see me living in like a trailer?
No. I see
slavery
you, like,
pillars.
Going up to it.
I see you like with a little one-story home, like a nice one, with
like a trailer, like a one-story trailer.
No. Like a lot of Louisiana is really pretty.
And like, I don't want.
You have the land for it.
Dude,
and you have the money for property on that land.
That place is gonna be like. Isn't that place gonna be underwater in like a decade?
Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it. Not a good investment.
Like I don't know. I don't.
Again?
No, that's somebody else in the room with me.
Like I don't have Aquaman's number for when I need to move, so I can't offload my property.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you had like, you know, one nice bayou property, or like I'll find some Louisiana. No, I'm telling you, I'll find some Louisiana properties that you'd be like, okay, I can see myself living here. I'm telling you, dude, you would love American women, food, and hunting.
Do you hunt?
Me?
Both of you.
I don't.
I used to spearfish a lot. This was before I was
Dude,
vegan.
is so cool.
I do with my dad. My dad doesn't do it anymore because he's old as fuck.
It is so fun, dude. It is one of the funnest times. The first time I fainted was like after spearfishing for 5 hours. Like went to the bathroom and just passed out for like 2 seconds.
Is it true that it's like that physically demanding?
It's killing something?
It was Ramadan, right? So like you couldn't eat a lot. It wasn't obviously the time where you couldn't eat, but I had stomach surgery a long time ago, so I can't eat very much. So even though, like everyone ate and stuff, I couldn't fit that much in my stomach. So I think I was just like low in calories, and 5 hours of like, under the water snorkeling. We weren't like open water spearfishing where you have like oxygen tanks. A lot of people do that, but we just go by the reef.
It's pretty gangster.
And we catch some cool fish, and it's really fun.
Dude, your life sounds so crazy.
It's just spearfishing. Wait,
that's so cool though.
The crazy shit.
Do you know who Valentine Thomas is?
No.
She being a lawyer to work at a hedge fund, and then she quit working at a hedge fund to be a spearfisher.
Oh, that's so cool. I used to catch. So the funnest things was before my grandma passed away, I used to like love catching the fish, and then give it to her. Cause like obviously now like modern days, no one actually does that shit anymore. But like before, when she was like younger, like people would catch fish for her, with, like gifts and stuff. So like I used to do that to her and bring it to her, and she like took it, and it was like really wholesome. Yeah, I wasn't the best though. Like, but it was like a lot of fun. It's really hard though. Like I'm a very weak person, so like trying to pull that thing is really frustrating, even underwater. And even though like I had the whole diving suit, and like the diving suit would have like a little padding on the chest, so you could put the gun there, so you could pull it. Like after a while, you're just bruised as fuck there. At least for me, because it take me ages to do it. Yeah, that shit actually hurts like fuck. I felt like I was like crack open my chest or some shit. The crazy shit I've seen on YouTube is like the open water ones, because the open water, it's not like they like go into rocks and like shit and look for the fish. It's like the fish is all around you. It's crazy. I don't think it's like as interesting. I don't know. The hunting part was like what I loved about it, because like I don't know, maybe there's something primal or something. Like I love hunting like fish.
You pull up on the random fish and it has no idea you're there. And you're just like, I'm gonna catch a body.
Yeah, because like you could only we would only do it at night, so we could have like our lights underwater, right? And you'd like look through like the rocks, and you'd basically only have one shot, because like after you shoot it once, it'll like run away. And they're like, they're very like, what's it called? Like
skittish.
Timid. They'll like run as soon as and if they run, you're done. Like you're not gonna catch it. So it was like very, very interesting to like hunt them.
So wait,
you never know like what fish you get to.
So no one here has ever like been like hunting like live game like deer or anything?
I've hunted birds before.
Dude, I don't know. Did anyone else have like the like extreme like heart palpitations and like your eyes? Like,
oh yeah,
your eyes like
I
are like.
had to go through like moral gymnastics for a while.
You went through moral gymnastics?
I used to have a falcon that I trained to like hunt with, but my dad took it away.
Why in the fuck do you have falconeering? Like what? Yeah, are you like a Lord of the Rings character or some shit? What's going on?
No, a lot of people, everyone here has like a falcon. So at winter, everyone just goes hunting with their falcons, but like. It's basically a full-time job to take care. That thing was in my room every day. I would like deal with it, right?
Yeah, but that seems fucking baller as fuck, in my opinion.
Yeah, you'd have to take care of that thing constantly. It's a full-time job. A lot of people have like caretakers for them, but obviously I was like 20.
I call him Reginald.
Oh, it's so cute.
My dad took it away because he wanted to go to college.
This is like the cutest murder weapon I've ever seen.
Wait, what's the cutest murder weapon? A falcon?
Yeah, dude, look at it.
They're really pretty.
So
they're really pretty creatures.
Yeah.
But
it's just crazy that it's like one of nature's most effective murderers.
Yeah, as they dive bomb an animal out of the air.
It's so cute.
I would feed it every day with my hands, like with chicken or whatever meat I had in my hand. It was sad because, like, you know, I
Was
trained
that
that thing for like
terrifying?
months so that in winter we could go take hunting, and my dad like would like basically take it away. Because yeah, you need to dedicate all your time.
Wait, doesn't your dad like love falcons though?
Isn't your dad a
He's
falcon?
never been like a falcon person. He's like a horse breeder. He loves horses. He just
Oh, I thought your dad took it away because like he wanted to give it the life it deserves.
He's like, it's
no,
only
no, it
only
just
I
really
can
wants-
raise him.
no. So like it's a bit of like a symbiotic relationship almost. As far as I know, this could be complete bullshit from people telling me this stuff. But like, because I never searched it online. I had a book about it, but you would like train them. You would like give them interesting stuff. You would like even like the cover of their head. You would like do that because it like stresses them out when they have like constant like stimuli. I guess that's not an issue when you can actually like, fly around and migrate. But yeah, they were like pretty calm and they were pretty well. These animals are like very well taken care of.
I've only heard stories of like people buying out entire flights for their falcons.
Very bougie.
I can send you. I can't like talk about this publicly because of the doxing, but I can send you because you already know it. So I can send this article of what happened to my family trying to go falcon hunting once.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to learn the story on this one.
Oh, that's so fucking
Basically, they got kidnapped.
kidnapped.
By falcons?
Kira, sometimes you say sometimes you say stuff and I'm like, damn, I would love to go visit Kira. But then you like end the story with like, yeah, then they got kidnapped, and I'm just like,
Wow, is your life? Your life is too very eventful.
That's okay. Like after a few years, they came back. One guy who went was really fat. He came back as skinny legend. So
A legend
just, like,
too. Are you like a scion of some rich person or something?
Kira is Bill Gates' third
Like a
daughter.
Vex?
Oh my god, Destiny player. But I don't know.
Kira basically created Redact.dev.
Redact.dev. Don't.
I feel like I could get banned if I said that out loud on the wrong channel.
Is that true?
I did not create. I work on Redact. Okay, I've been working on it since the start, and I've been working very
I
hard.
know, I feel like I would get banned if I said that in like NSFW badge.
I do have stocks in. I do have equity. I do not own it outright.
What is Redact.dev? What is it?
It deletes shit for you. Here's the site.
Nice.
I'm the only person not on the actual teams list because the picture I gave Dan was me with cat ears, and he said no because he wanted to be professional. So what we did was we put it on the site despite like his wishes for like a week until he noticed, and he got very mad.
Is Dan?
So
I
it's
don't
just
know.
like-
What is Dan's job? Like, what does he do for a living?
Dan is like some rich guy who like invests in a bunch of shit.
Huh.
Essentially.
He's a like tech entrepreneur.
How did he get rich to begin with?
Was he always rich? Or...
I think he was involved with Tiny Chat. Was he like one of the founders of?
That's
Tiny
actually
Chat?
fucking crazy.
And was
He, I think he used to be like a lifeguard at this. No, not lifeguard. What's the word? Like, not lifeguard. What's the Coast Guard? I think he used to be a Coast Guard, and he used to work. He used to be in the military. I think.
A lifeguard. That's pretty funny.
He'd be really mad if he heard me say that.
How often does Dan come in here anyway?
He comes
That
into
man-
Comsci pretty often, but
That
not
man's
anywhere
always
else.
jerking off in NSFW badge.
Is he like a massive goomer or some shit?
Yeah, I brought him into.
Oh wait, was
Zen
he the one who
Force
said the browser thing, or was that fucking? Lou?
That was him. Yeah. The what's it called? The other porn site. You have to only have that porn site or whatever.
It should look like it belongs on the front page of Bang Bros.
I don't know. Very funny. But,
Yeah, he can be a bit weird sometimes.
it's kind of endearing in a way, like a horny old man. But don't tell him I said that. I'm not trying to clap.
Kira, this article is wild.
Yeah. It's really sad because one of the people, they missed their first like child's birth, and one of them was like also very very old. What was like really endearing was a lot of the like So a lot of people hear about like modern slavery and stuff here, which is really true. This is like a very big issue, and it still exists despite I know some people in the server saying it doesn't. Workers who like work with like a lot of the families, a lot of the times get treated differently. It varies. It's not like the same as construction workers. Some of them are more like they've been with the family for such a long time that there's like almost a connection. So apparently, when they got kidnapped, they told like some of the workers who were just there to like make tea or cook food or whatever that they could leave, and they said no. So like it was like they said they would stay with the family. Now
what did you do with Falcons again?
Yeah, they got kidnapped because they were trying to get Falcon Hungarian in another country. But like essentially, I tried to think about this more critically, whether maybe they didn't want to leave because they were in a foreign country. Or it is as wholesome as like people are trying to make it out to me.
Are you from the UAE?
No, and I don't want to say where I am from.
Maybe they just like being one with the Falcons.
I'm one with the Falcon.
They became one. They lived amongst them.
If you could fuse yourself with an animal to get like an animal ability, what would it be?
They're flying.
Probably a leopard.
But that would mean that you inherit like some of the weaknesses. You have like brittle ass bones.
Oh fuck that! Like holes in my bones and shit.
Yeah,
I'd probably want to be a leopard, man.
Leopards are you actually have the same animal as me. Holy fuck. That or a panther.
Why not a dolphin?
I'm not trying to fuck
I'm
people.
into consent. I really like consent.
You're not trying to fuck people.
Like unconsensually. I'm bad. I meant to say rape.
I feel like I'm
just
too
take them
pro
out on a
consent.
date.
Yeah, dolphins don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's not a fair dolphin point of view.
But you're half man, half dolphin, so it's...
Also, you look very disgusting when you do your transformation.
Oh, it's like a were situation?
Like it's like a. Have you seen what's it called?
Better run, Kira!
It's like this anime where you turn into an animal. Like
transform into a dolphin at the full moon. I thought you were just like a permanent half man, half dolphin.
no, like you activate your shit, but you still have the disadvantages when it's like on.
So, like we're talking like Animorphs.
Like no, there's like I forget. It's like an anime that's like it's pretty good.
Like, I would way rather become a man beast that turns into like a leopard, half man, than I would a half dolphin, half man beast. There seems to be like no practicality in that.
The dolphins, they don't even fucking breathe in water, right? They still have to come
Exactly. Like,
yeah, so that's such a L.
Yeah, but like you can grab like pufferfish and fuck them.
Wait, which half though? Because if you could get like the flippers, you'd swim really fast. That'd be fucking sick.
Still, you gotta come up for air. Like, if you're gonna pick
Like
sea
air?
creatures, may as well fucking pick them with gills.
Yeah, but you can still swim fast on the surface. Be pretty dope.
Yeah, but
Oh.
swim somewhat
Oh,
faster.
it's killing bites.
Is Aquaman really that cool or useful, like at all?
Aquaman's kind of like very overpowered character.
But what does he do? Like,
Well,
what
he's
does he
got like hydro powers, so like he can control water.
Hydro powers.
He can like swim. He can swim real good, and he can talk to fish, right?
Like
That's
no,
the
he can
balance.
actually control
And
like
they control
water.
fish.
Have you seen?
He's like Poseidon.
Imagine Aquaman on fucking Mars. He'd be so useless.
Well, you do realize he has like god like strength, right? Like he's physically stronger than like the majority of like
But like, if
people he
you're
fights.
really gonna be that guy, then being like half fish, half man, giving you that kind of strength, being half leopard, half man would give you that kind of strength.
No, it's not the
Swim
fish
up, like,
part.
If
Like,
you breathe
if
underwater though, yeah?
If I turn like half leopard, half man, do I get the jaw strength of a leopard? Because that alone is pretty based.
Yeah.
No, you get all the physical attributes that like the animal would have, including its weaknesses. Like
So you actually just turn into it, you're not like a...
no, like you're a human with the attributes of the animal, but you also inherit the weaknesses. So like if you're a bird, right? Like you would be able to like fly, but like at the same time your bones would be brittle like at all times, even when you're like
Or
not
like mental
transformed.
capacity.
I'd say like just for the sake of it being fun, we'll keep your mental capacity the same. Maybe you get some habits from it, like you might like shiny shit more, because that's kind of
Okay.
cool. But like
So wait, like when you're a bird, you're telling me that like you turn into a human that essentially has the attributes of a bird.
Like you grow feathers on your arms and shit, and like.
Okay, so you don't shrink down and turn.
No, you don't anamorph. Like,
you just turn into a bird person.
Like if you had like tiger powers and shit, like you could like. Your arms would be like. Your arms would be like jacked as shit, and you have like claws on your hands, and your arm would turn to like the thing. But
yeah, I can't think of one reason not to be a cat.
Yeah,
you're a silverback, bro. Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you, dude. If you turn into a big cat, you have way more power than an ape.
Well, you get to basically.
Rip the fucking gorilla in half.
Well, no, you get this. Well, you're already a human. You're already part ape. Like that's the you're kind of doubling up on the same shit.
I know the ability to like swing from trees and shit.
Yeah, but you can do that with your crazy new tiger powers. But like you're a human with like tiger grip strength. And
wait, if I turn into a leopard, do I get that massive fucking tail that can like propel you into the air?
Yes.
100%.
Dude, that's so base. How would you turn that down?
Like, dude, like, you would be able, like, I don't know what you would use the jaw strength for besides crushing someone's fucking head.
Nah, dude, if I get into a fight, it's over. If we get into jujitsu on the floor, you think, like, oh, this guy doesn't have good technique as me. I have a chance. No, motherfucker, just clamp down on the throat, over.
All you gotta do is pimp slap him with your fucking arm.
Yeah.
You just like, oh my god.
If I had the mouth of a like jaguar or like a leopard, and I could just bite through somebody like that, it's just throat bites from that point on. If I'm in,
I wouldn't even do that. Like I would just think about this. Animals don't have the dexterity humans have, like or like ability like to do techniques. Like so, it's like imagine you just like any martial art. Your martial art is like literally enhanced by like.
If Dolphin Man comes up to you and knows like all the black belt and all the martial arts, and like Jaguar Man just bites him through the throat, like Dolphin Man doesn't have anything to stand.
But what if they're like, I don't know. If you're gonna pick an animal, you may as well pick one that can breathe underwater or fucking fly, because those are the two things that humans like take heavy L's on.
See, there's really nothing underwater, and there's really nothing in the air. So like,
I mean, like, do you really want to fly up there in the cold and shit, like?
Especially if you have to get brittle bones in exchange for flying.
I reckon you could wear a fucking North Face jacket and you'd be sweet.
You'd be heavier.
No, you're flying in like a Supreme like puffer jacket in the air.
That'd be so
drippy.
Dude, plus, if I had the muscle density to like leanness factor of a cat, like of a big cat, I would just be the best looking nudist.
You would look like you would look like you didn't even have fucking skin. You'd just be all muscles.
It would just be straight
muscle.
No,
but the cool part is you can like turn it. You can turn it on and off. So it's like you could like be vibing, and then like all of a sudden you just flex up.
I'd always
That'd
have
be such a good party trick.
I'd be full Khajiit all time, bro.
Well, you don't like turn full furry mode. That's my only thing because I despise that.
You have to take the fur.
No, you get like little accents of it, like your hair and your shit starts turning that.
As someone with absolutely zero chest hair in his mid-20s, like I would be okay with that, right? Like I would just, I would take a little bit of fur, right? Like I got some room here that I can give up.
Are there other Animal Cross people that exist within this? Cause like
yeah, well they're like once it's like My Hero, like once the shit pops off, like just like a worldwide phenomenon.
Dude, that's crazy. In My Hero, some people woke up and they had like fucking dog heads.
No, they didn't wake up like that. They're like born that way.
Could you imagine you have normal sex with a regular person, and then your child is born with a dog?
No, that frog girl. I know that shit's
She's the coolest one. She's so base.
But my thing is, I really do actually despise My Hero Academia, though.
Yeah, that's
what do you got against it?
As like the manga is so much like I feel like the art style from the manga it never gets translated over because now it's like getting gritty, but my problem is like it's just they always like shy away from going full dark mode where it's like they can make it so much worse but they're not going to.
Well, it just means that what your issue draws from the fact that like the animated adaptation is different from the manga, which just means that you like My Hero Academia, but you don't like the anime.
Yeah, pretty much. I also hate the entire fandom. They're like disgusting. They must be stopped.
Yeah,
I'm so excited from Jujutsu Kaisen 0 coming out.
Oh, I'm a massive JJK fan. You like literally.
Dude, I am so ready to see that. I'm gonna go alone if I have to.
For Halloween, I was gonna dye my hair white and wear a blindfold with my hair down.
Oh my god, bitch. Let's go.
And fucking, or I was just gonna like take my shirt off since I could put my hair in the ponytail like Toji and like give myself a fucking gigantic face scar.
Sometimes I just walk around saying like Sammy and shit like that. And I just feel so much better.
Saying what? This is actually like, I do this to people now, but this is also another meaning. Like, if you're a Yeet fan, if you listen to Yeet, like, they do this. But I feel like, do people know who Yeet is on here, or not?
Who the fuck is Yeet?
Oh my god, y'all don't listen to underground hip-hop music. Oh god.
Okay, we're thinking the wrong geeks.
No, it's not Yeek, it's Yeet. Like, you throwing, like, oh, I yeeted you, bitch. Like, you're throwing the shit.
Yeet?
Yeah, that. Look up Yeet, and I'm trying to think of the best Yeet song that you would listen to. But like Yeet, I feel like you've definitely heard a Jujutsu Kaisen edit with Yeet on it. Like, definitely, like, if you've probably seen one. At least one. But this really just shows me how different, like, culturally, like, all media.
There's absolutely no way I've heard of any of the fucking shit that you're about to say.
Well, you're from like a whole different country, so your underground hip hop scene is probably gonna be different.
But the thing is, I know about like Europe, like British underground hip hop.
every time you do this, bro. Every time.
British.
Oh my god, I keep Aussies. Actually, we have no idea.
Americans say Aussie is so brutal. Like,
what do you want me to say? I'm not gonna emulate your accent.
Aussie, but with imagine it's Aussies, but like Z.
Aussies.
Aussie. I mean, it's sort of endearing, but at the same time, it's very. Incorrect.
I want you to understand every word you say to me, and your language sounds like just as brutal. Like
your language, dude, it's English.
I don't care. It's different.
It's pretty much a different dialect. All Aussies on this server, like, when we're around Americans, we have to speak differently.
Hey, Teolo, this whole time I was playing ranked. And we've been losing 2 games in a row because I got an AFK last game.
And you weren't even playing ranked?
Yeah. No, yeah, I won 1 game and lost 1 game, and lost 2 games, but the whole time was normals.
Slipping.
Oh, I've actually done that where you're playing normal draft by accident. That shit is fucking...
Hang on, let me...
Yo, but it's base because I would have lost.
So, St. Thomas over here, every time Australian people are in the chat, he calls them all shambles and all British. Every single time.
Alright, honestly, I'm more offensive to be called shambles than it is to be called fucking British.
It is so funny. He will literally stop everybody and go, no, shambles. I'm sorry for saying this. I didn't
know because that time...
And then everybody will be like, bro, that's the wrong Australian.
My bad,
There's a fuck ton of Aussies on this server too, so like...
It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse with time.
Dude, Shambles is one of the most vocally unique Aussies too. Like, it's so funny.
Well, unfortunately I haven't had the pleasure of running into all of them.
Have you talked to Aleph yet? Aleph is
I talked to the dude. Was it Loken? Is Loken one?
Bro, that's cap. You're lying. There's no way.
I'm kidding. I know he's not.
Bro, that's an actual English person.
Nah, he had me for a sec.
I'm fucking kidding.
I just didn't know how to react.
I knew it would get you.
Aleph,
I know y'all hate them.
There's
like Loken's fucking
guy.
There's what, like 8 Australians here?
But like, why are there so many of y'all? What's going on?
I've literally been cooking in the kitchen, so I couldn't open my mic. Talking shit like I wouldn't find out.
I'm not afraid of being confronted by you.
No, he was referring to me talking shit.
Shambles is 6'5", 240 pounds, bro.
Aussies are... Wait, Shambles, are you actually tall? Because I was about to put a theory about most Aussies being really tall.
Okay, wait, no. I want to play Tutorial's mean, but seriously, I'm about 5'11".
Well, you know, that's taller than the average American.
Yeah, that's taller than the average American.
I think there is one Australian on here that is shorter than the average American height. Nine Australians with Cole as well. But Cole's taller than me.
Wait, is Cole actually...
No,
wait,
Cole,
which Cole?
Okay, wait. Cole
Are we talking about Renegade?
Yeah, Renegade.
Yeah,
so
Renegade.
Is he actually Australian? I thought y'all told me he was Chinese.
So, wait, no, okay, So
Hey, Cole,
he's got
Renegade
Australian
Aussie as
citizenship.
fuck.
Yeah, he's got Australian citizenship, but he grew up in Hong Kong.
Bro, I've been
That's
saying.
why his
Oh,
accent
that's
has like weird
why.
hints to it. Yeah, that's why he.
gaslit into believing that this man is
No,
speaking
this is-
straight up Hong Kongian.
Oh my
this
god,
is
Toyota,
why
holy
he's
shit.
Not he's not Australian. He's Hong Kong with Australian characteristics.
Every
Sure.
time I talk to Shambles about this, Shambles tells me that he's from Hong Kong, and I always think,
But
damn.
he is from Hong Kong.
I know, but I always think, damn, Hong Kong and Australia got really weirdly similar accents.
Oh, actually, fun fact. Before like China was like doing all its shit now, we actually essentially developed their court system in Hong
Yep.
Kong. We sent like
Why
how
a
we
lot
sent
better.
judges and shit over, yeah, and like we sent lawyers and people like legal experts to help develop their court system when there were problems, and then
It works better in a court system versus when we tried to train the Afghan army.
well, that was mostly America's fault.
I think it was the Afghans' fault. I think most of their guys just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
honestly.
the Afghans, they were horrible. It was not America's fault.
Okay, look,
they
you
literally threw down
have
the
to
weapons
blame
when
the
it was time
Americans.
to use their training.
Fuck, sorry. But I'm not,
no way
like,
I'm letting you get away with that one.
I'm not unironically racist to Americans. Like, most Aussies think it's funny. Like, if I'm gonna criticize America, like, I don't have to say it's because they're Yanks. It's because of all... Well, it is a little bit because they're Yanks, actually. now
Bro,
that I think
y'all
about
call
it.
McDonald's Meccas. Like,
on.
Don't ever fucking say it like that again, Toyolo.
I've heard
What the
you
fuck?
say it.
Ew.
I've
Wait,
heard
say
you say
Meccas.
it, bro.
I want to hear an Australians. I want to hear Australians say the N word.
You know,
Okay,
allow me to recommend you a Discord server.
Like, just okay, because personally, this is not even a hot take. This is like lukewarm.
So wait, have you heard the thing with Australians that we actually have to try to say the hot R?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to really
Oh
go
my
out
god!
there.
You racist! It just popped up in my head like the Aussie voice saying, "Oh my god!" You just said it in my head.
We have to try it because like
look,
our language is, I think it's called non-erotic. We don't pronounce like the R.
I know you're like southern. You're like southern people from the
That
south.
was,
Oh my!
So, you know,
wait, so there would be like Arabic would sound so fucked for you, right?
Yeah, people that grew up speaking Arabic or like from Middle Eastern that speak in Australia, they do not speak with the Aussie accent. It's literally not even close.
God, I want to hear an Australian try and speak Arabic now.
It's their own dialect.
Alright, Shamble. Wait.
No, but
Shamble,
they
you're
can't.
British, right?
No.
I thought you sound Aussie, but people keep saying
I don't know. Oh, fucking hell.
Shambles isn't even close to a British accent.
Are you Kiwi? Are you Kiwi? Whatever. Listen, you people are.
You
people.
You can't lead a you people sentence without finishing it.
Shambles is Australian.
What I'm gonna say, I don't mean. I'm only saying it because of Lester. you people are.
Wait, I have a question. Was anyone here?
Emu.
Yeah. What's y'all's take on that?
Wait, okay, so you guys actually know like what?
We do. We actually do because it's hilarious.
Fuck, if I have to hear about the Emu War one
Your
more
whole
time in
take
this
on
server.
these men is their emu war.
We literally went out. We found out, oh, this is like costing us more money to shoot emus than we like. So we put a bounty on them, and farmers took care of the problem for us.
Pretty much.
Decent.
We did what you guys did with
Like,
abortion.
I remember reading about it on Wikipedia. You guys like had helicopters and shit.
My thing is, it's just like
it turns out.
it's impressive.
Turns out though that like small machine gun fire does not really do
Guerrilla
anything.
war, like these people just guerrilla warfare do.
It's impressive how resilient
These
the emus
people.
are as a group.
Sorry, the emus guerrilla.
I love that you say you people for Australians and these people for emus.
So I just wanted to say something like drastic because like I got flustered and embarrassed. Okay, I just wanted to take the fucking.
I love that it's pejorative for Australians, but it's descriptive person first language for emus.
I just think it's crazy that emus were able to resist that long with their limited brain power.
That's because you've never interacted with one.
Oh, I've literally. Wow, how something of you? I've literally seen an emu in real life. They're fucking gigantic. They can fucking blast their head into the ground and they run fast.
That is not an emu.
Oh, my bad. Fuck it. There's.
Emus are also.
Wait, Toyo.
4 feet, 5 feet.
No,
Big.
guys.
About 4.
Tayo,
5
could
feet.
you have negotiated better terms for the Australians?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There's no negotiating with those people.
I
okay?
could have brought infinitely better outcomes to the diplomacy of the Emu War than any
You didn't want
Australian.
you do not negotiate with terrorists.
The emus would literally look at you.
Therapists.
The emu would literally look at you and be like, "Wow, what a pussy," and then push you over and then proceed to stampede you to death.
Okay, wait.
No, it's not wrong.
Don't emus have like blue on them? Aren't they one of the only species in the world that have like naturally occurring blue pigment
You're
in their
talking,
bodies?
There's so many birds that have fucking blue, bro.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
No,
not
blue's
like
a rare color in
Like
nature.
It's still not a
Wait, so-
common color in nature.
So yes, so their skin is has kind of a bluish tint, and their eggs. Wait, have you guys seen an emu egg?
Okay,
They
so
look
this
cool.
Is,
I think they look cool.
Emu
Yeah,
eggs
it's like a light baby blue, almost.
so this
Yeah.
is
Oh,
this is one of the
totally.
things. Emus have natural blue, which means that they're obviously better than other animals.
They're
So
crips.
diplomacy,
Crip birds.
diplomacy will not fail.
Dude, they're crip birds. You have to speak their language and crip walk at them. Okay.
Exactly. You gotta say Custer instead of Buster, and that's where you messed up.
What's good, Custer?
I'll
And
take a view, actually.
see, the fact that Australians will not say the ER part correctly will like ruin their relationship with them.
wait, no,
You've never seen like Wubba
No, they will.
Custer.
I'll go out of their way to do it.
Uni, you know what video Shambles sent to introduce me to Australians?
No.
Was it the... I can't even say it.
Have you ever seen Nunga?
Yeah, well, you can't... That's definitely a racial slur.
It is not a slur.
See?
Okay,
Wait,
no,
I told you,
it is
Shambles.
not.
I told you.
Shambles set you up.
They weren't concerned.
People
Bro,
in
and
Western
do
Australia,
you,
like, these
wait, do you
indigenous
know what the
people-
N-word is short for, Shambles? Do you know what...
no,
No,
as in,
like,
you
do
can-
I told
the
you
N-word
it was
is
slur, Shambles.
Be like,
No, it is slur.
So, because the
Try to give it
N-word
perspective,
refers to a country...
Like, I get you don't like it there, but it's
The
like...
N-word does not refer to a country.
The N-word refers to the Spanish color for black.
Yeah, we're under anti-work.
The N-word refers to Jesus' name.
True.
I just feel like, thank you, you know, like...
What the
Oh,
fuck?
No, so in the case of this, you can't, because especially
You
because
bitches,
that
I'm out.
video was made in Perth,
This,
it is not a slur.
it's gore. Gore, do you know
What?
anything
Bro,
about
this
the
is...
N-word?
This is so dumb.
You snitches.
You know...
Are you trying to get them to
If it's not a
say the
slur-
N word?
Shambles, if it's not a slur, would you be comfortable just going up to a random Aboriginal person saying it?
Wait, I wouldn't call an Aboriginal
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait,
That's
no,
what I
because
thought.
not every indigenous person is
okay.
like from the Noongar area, like the Noongar.
What if they were?
tribe group.
What if they
Yeah,
were?
sure.
Go do it. I fucking want you to record it and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, true.
Wait, is this
Okay,
Winnie the
so
Pooh
someone's
saying
from that
this?
group, yeah, sure.
So wait, so Shambles is told over and over again that the word is not a slur, but no matter what he says, it always feels like it's a slur.
Wait, can
Wait,
someone
okay,
tell me
wait.
what the word is? Like, spell it?
It's Noonga, N-O-O-N-G-A.
Yeah, it just
but-
sounds fucked
Wait,
up.
You can
It
use,
sounds
you can
slurry.
use literally
Never seen the degenerate again.
Literally any word. It would be like
And you will have
calling
no
like
excuse not go to the game.
every indigenous American like
If you
a
go to
Cherokee
school.
or an Apache or a Creek.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you call someone a Cherokee and
But I
you're
know you're
using it
actually gonna
to
have, like, an hour here and
undermine
there.
them and
I
say
just
that
know
they're
it is.
fucking
Wait,
pieces
you
of
just
shit.
added something
Wait,
extra.
hang on,
You added
hang
extra
on,
just to
hang on,
undermine
yeah.
them.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
N-word sometimes isn't a slur as well when you're using it to
there
relate
are,
to people.
there are no N-words out there. There are Cherokee people. Like there was never a time frame.
Did
they
you
were
just
like,
say there are N-words out there?
No,
Wait, really quick, if there's no, wait, tell you what, if there's no N-words out there, why is it a word that black people used to refer to each other all
Okay,
the time?
no, what I mean to say is that there are there was no original group of people that were known as the N-words, but there were an original group of people that were known as like the Cherokee like people. So like it's different than saying like if you went out and you Cherokee, like obviously that is using like a normal word as a pejorative term. But like if you went out and you said the N-word, it's not really saying a group of people, it's just a slur created like against a group of people.
What? Wait. So
Yeah, like literally
this is-
any-
Aren't black people
like,
generally
as, like, a
speaking from Africa? Isn't that a thing where like their ethnic background can be traced to
Yeah, but
Africa?
there was no African group that were like, we're the N-words.
Let's come back to... Wait, where the what?
Nigerians.
Wait, you
But
know,
those- but the Nigerian people,
No,
yeah, that's the thing.
not.
The Nigerian people would definitely be case proven for that. Like they have an N-word country, but they don't call themselves that word. They call them Nigerian because it's Niger.
To be fair, the Latin word for black is Niger. So, like, if you're asking, do I think black people come from Niger? Or, like, do I think that's where the N-word came from? It's actually that Niger came from the fucking...
I always thought the N-word came from, like, Spanish.
It comes from Spanish. Like,
yeah.
The origin of it.
You know, they were very good at this. Excellent.
I would say it came from Latin, but the words are almost exactly the same, so...
So, I had a question. So, like, here in Canada, we
Congratulations, you discovered etymology.
Changing like using like Indian to like First Nations or like Native Americans. And out of the States, you guys still use like Indians like at a legal level. Do you like a reason why that hasn't changed down in the States?
Probably because people don't like the states are like don't care that much. As in, like when I say don't care, I mean on a legislative level.
Yeah, I think what has to happen in America is like we don't have the bandwidth, like state mentally, for us to do things like properly all at once. We definitely have the bandwidth to like address things as we start to care about them. And right now we're kind of like on trans stuff. So like after that, like we may go back to like black stuff, and then like we may go back to like gay stuff, and then probably like a bunch of women stuff. And then like maybe after everything's been done, we may start to care about the native people that we raped and robbed. But I feel like that's probably gonna be on like the lower end of the spectrum, just considering like the level of outrage that like the community is able to levy.
Can I just say we've like already like
Shambles. Do you think that the Americans would do well with their would help fix the black-white divide if they did some of the stuff that we do with Aboriginal people? Like, or is there too many black people, do you think? Because like in Australia,
what a statement.
Well, as in what we do now, obviously, not what we did fucking back then. I don't know if that was super obvious. Like,
you're lucky no one's clipping. No one clipped this.
Just swapping over to my other mic. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm just flipping my burgers.
Fair enough. Look, basically, what I mean by that is we have like programs that are like intervention in like really poor Indigenous communities. Or like where if you're like gonna have a baby who's Aboriginal or whatever, you can get like more specific government grants that are specifically for those people because they're more likely to get fucked over. Like if you were black, do you think that it would help in America if you were able to fucking?
That just sounds like properly administered reparations.
High poverty rate within that indigenous community and like alcohol abuse.
Made it way better.
Well, dude, like
I used to be.
Gore is coming in hard hitting today.
Well, fair enough. Well, yeah, we've made it a lot better. Like a Indigenous kid who goes through these programs is infinitely better off than the kids who don't. And that leads to the generational, like, because it's about like stopping the chain of generational abuse and like trauma. Because if your parents are fucked up, chances are the kid's gonna be fucked up, and then that kid's gonna have more fucked up.
Wait, where
kids.
was this yesterday? Wait, oh no, that wasn't you. My bad.
Yeah, but like aren't like part of the trauma.
You weren't here for that whole debate where I had to talk.
Kidnapping their kids, basically. And stuff.
Wait, it's like Toilo. You were there for the conversation
do you know,
yesterday, right?
Gore, do you know why that happened?
To make them white, or to make
part
them
of it.
Yeah.
And it was justified by saying that the kids that are growing up in this. There was a couple of reasons. One of them was they said that because they're white, they're more likely to
I'm not really interested in why it was justified. I think I know why, like the reasoning in America did it. Like most civilized or like Western countries did the same thing during the time period, right?
Wait, we did that here too?
Yeah, that went into like with the Native Americans.
They used to kidnap the women and do that.
Like
I knew about that.
Their native population, such as the.
I thought we were very I thought we were very anti-mixing with black people for a period of time. I thought you were about to tell me that there was a time frame when American whites did that with black people.
It's not mixing. It's about.
No, that is what it was. It was
the Australian principle is that they would get like the indigenous people and like mix race with them so that they would have like white savior genes.
Of course, that was part of the problem, I suppose. But like in many, it was seen as like people. It was also seen as a way to take. To make them like adopt white culture and stop being savages because they had savage culture.
Yeah, but it was one of the justifications was because they had some white in them, they could be saved.
But I'm sure that you did it otherwise as well. Like, if you're talking specifically about certain orphanages that I know of in Australia, then we're talking about like the kids of like, I guess the polite way is to call them quadroons or like halflings.
Wait, are you talking about like?
I don't think halfling is the.
I don't think halfling is ever gonna be the polite thing.
I think
we're not talking. That's a hobbit.
For the period.
Okay.
I mean, quadroon is basically like the kid of two halflings.
Well, it's actually. Wait, are you talking about the black term? It's octoroon.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like now, but for the period.
They didn't even say halfling back then. Like, well, they said half caste.
This is such a funny argument.
Oh, was it half caste? Okay, but. Yeah, but all these terms, you know, you have the mulatto, half white.
That's what I am.
You have the mestizo, half white, half Indian. You know, and they could. If two mestizos had a kid, it would be like a quadroon, and like two quadroons had a kid, it would be.
They would make sure that wouldn't happen, I guess. It's one of their main things. So that like they took them away from like their families and shit. That's
why they call it the Australian one.
Mulatto butts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was like just by having any white in you, like that it fixed the problem.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. So one of the original plans was like within 4 generations of breeding like indigenous kids with white, they would become white. We would literally believe. I think this was actually in some of the official documents. Was we would breed the black out of them.
This
Holy
was literally
shit!
Like,
oh my god!
Was a counter argument.
You know?
The next time Destiny has an argument with someone who's doing like the whole like white people are getting bred out intentionally shit, like this would be such a good argument for it.
Would it
what?
though?
What's the argument?
Because like
white people have done it before.
No, that people like overlook the fact that like mixing just eradicates both sides of it, and like it's super weird the way that people believe it to be happening now.
Well, they would not let them. Like the point is, you take someone who's already been bred halfway, and then you continue to breed them with white people until they get more of their white blood back.
This is highlight.
Since we're like clearly not doing that.
It's like if you have like a glass,
people would
like a little
advocate
bit
for
of
that.
piss. You have the same amount of piss and water, but then you keep diluting it. It's like there's still piss in the water, right? But you can't taste it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it really piss? If you can't tell the difference between that and water.
Yeah.
Spiritually, it's still piss.
So wait. Are we comparing like the white people or the people that are trying to be white to piss?
Whichever side wants to get rid of the other side.
Whatever side you want to have, like,
yeah, you don't necessarily have to use piss.
Don't worry
you can
about
just
it.
like you can use substance A and substance B.
I know.
I think piss is actually good.
Well, yeah, I know, but for Duffy to figure out which person is which, you don't have to.
No, I got it, but yeah, just don't switch to like dye, like use a different substance.
I think piss makes it make more sense, honestly. Because like, what's wrong with fucking dye? The reason that people are fucking like biological racists and even race realism isn't just because of the color of their skin. They would claim, oh, it's not the color of the skin, it's all the other things that come with it.
You see how when everybody's on your side for this argument, it's so much easier. This is how you work all of the arguments here.
When am I? Are you saying that I've like made race realist arguments? I'm so.
No, you made arguments about removing race from specific policies.
No, he hasn't made race realist arguments. Calm down.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. If anything, he argues explicitly.
Wait, when did I make racial realist arguments?
I promise you, like, I would bet all my $1 million, never server around any of y'all, a race realist argument. He always argues explicitly that the biggest issue is that people believe in race realism.
Yeah, like, unironically.
I would bet you all of my $1 million on that.
Wait,
he just has such bad rhetoric whenever he's talking to y'all about it.
That is true.
Wait, what if I what do I say that's like race realist vibey? I think he might have just said he's busy right now or something.
He's probably like sleeping with nobody who can't hear all Discord shit right now.
I thought he said he's in the room. He's in the room with someone right now. I think he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
but no, I don't think you get race really. I think the sketchiest thing I've ever seen you do was when you said, I don't know, who does run the world banks?
Wait, no, that was not me. That is Loken that says that. On God.
What is Loken even anyway?
Loken's
He's British as fuck. he's like every other Brit, which is like
so British. His hands look like meat pies.
Yeah, it's why Loken and Zareth sound exactly the same.
Question.
It's just like a mixture of all the British Isles over years. Like,
why do they bald so early?
Why did they what?
Okay, wait. Actually, I can't
Just
even.
ask a person why another group of people evolved so.
No, not evolved. I said bald. Holy shit! Like, are you like hearing the most racist?
I heard you say evolved.
I thought he said, why did they evolve so early? Damn, that's a real meta question.
Like, I don't know. I used to when we were in school. Me and my friends. There's this like British kid who was like really fucking like weird about like some things about race, and we used to be like. We used to say like we said every single stereotype you could ever say about British people every day, so you would understand how it felt.
How did he feel?
Bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna even repeat it because it was so fucking like. It was so thorough how hard we were on. We came up with like a new one every day. We were like researching.
Or you said he drank tea.
Yeah, we said tea drinker. We were talking about his teeth. We were saying, why are you balding at 12? We were like, why are you red right now, dude? Like, are you mad?
You don't actually think that like white hair balds quicker than black
no.
hair, right?
Well, actually, it's more obvious, and like, there's a specific reason why it's more obvious.
It's because of the kinkiness.
It's not just the kinkiness. On average, white people have a thinner grain of hair than black people do, which is the reason why.
Isn't that what kinky means?
No. And also, don't say kinky to a black person. Like that.
What?
Or actually, no. Don't say. Just don't.
They don't all practice BDSM.
Just don't say. I hate you so fucking much, Toyola. I really do. But it's don't say fucking. I remember I had a white friend say this to me, and they would ask, "Is your hair nappy?" Absolutely. Do not say that to a black person, especially a black woman. You might die.
Oh, I thought I didn't say nappy.
No, it's just it struck the same vein in my head, but like kinky is probably same vibe, but like. How do I put this? This is the second time I've had to have the hair discussion in here. Holy shit.
Nah, this is the same man who has the distinction with like hating the words person of color and colored person. You're never gonna win this with him.
I don't hate the distinction. I just think it's like essentially meaningless.
Dude, I mean, my thing is like I wish you could grow up with like such like. I feel like you don't understand how deep this shit goes in American culture, and like how like you're like an outsider to it. So it's like
everyone understands. All we do is get taught about fucking how fucked up Americans are. In this
no, but it's different from. Oh my god, it's like how this is like why leftists and shit online like sound fucking insane. You can understand something in like a book, but it's like the context of it. It's like.
Well, they called them colored people instead of their names.
He just thinks it's part of it. He thinks it's dumb that like the proper word, like the politically correct term, is just a literal reorganizing.
Yeah. So fucking, I think if the main issue should be that we're referring to people by their race and not the fact that one sounds nicer. It's like, especially if you're segregating based off of it, where it's like, okay, this is a person of color's area. Well, it's like, fuck.
Well, is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to say? Is it wrong for me to say, oh, this is like a Australian area, as opposed to saying this is like an Aboriginal area?
I think it's a bit different. I wouldn't really be too happy with like areas that are specifically like your ethnicity is the only reason you're allowed.
There's China. Well, that's not why it is. It's the specific group of people settled there.
No, he's talking about like things like Chinatown.
Yeah, like Chinatown, like culturally.
Well, fuck no. If they let people in that aren't their ethnicity, sure.
Yeah, they don't stop you from doing it. It's just that there's a majority community of people there. It's like ethnic enclave.
But he's literally advocating for that.
What does he mean? Advocating?
Yeah, that's fine.
He just doesn't think that you should have segregated communities.
Yeah,
you can have like personally segregated groups where like people move in and like they think like okay.
No one in there's very few people in America that are like would like really agree with you on the fact that you should segregate people.
No, he doesn't.
Well, then maybe yeah, of course I agree with that. But then why do people fucking use so much racial language and why is
because it's oh my god like. I hate to be the one.
No, he is right on that. It's just never gonna fit in America for some reason.
Unfortunately,
it's like he will always be logically right with this, but
yeah,
will
but
always be like sociologically right with it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to get across to you.
I understand why they care, but like it would just be better for your own fucking society if people cared about others.
Well, unfortunately, dude, unless you somehow are like a god and you can remove all the sociological damage done, and the fact that people have made race a literally real distinction out of nothing, it's not gonna go away.
Well, his whole point is
focusing
that,
on it doesn't help.
But like my thing is okay. So how else would a black person in America have even fought for their freedom if they didn't contextualize it within their own race?
I agree. Labels are important, especially when it comes to.
But like, no, don't do the labels are important thing. Now that I've like brought this point up, like this is like a very.
I've always believed it. Someone the other day said that.
On the exact same points.
We agree on everything.
I mean, we could never get rights for women if the category of woman didn't exist.
I am the dragon.
But it's meaning.
I can see you, St. Thomas. I can see you through the camera.
What the?
Every time this guy.
I am the dragon.
The fuck is this dude?
I am the I see your purple lights, Thomas. I am the dragon.
I feel very uncomfortable now.
This is a plan, babe.
It's making me uncomfortable.
You should turn on your cam.
I would love to actually
You
see
should
this.
suck my scaly balls.
This is exactly why I hate furries. Holy shit.
I am the dragon.
I think he's scaly.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I had to distinguish between an animal weirdo.
Wait, is that a fucking like rageable offense? Like doing something that fucking cancer?
Wait, Kira, how did you word that?
Dude, I'm in fucking league right now. Okay?
She wrote regulator. He joined the. He got regged.
And yes, it is reggable. Uni.
Yeah, Uni. That guy's
I'm no snitch.
That
I'm no
guy's
snitch,
behavior
but
is
like.
fully reggable, and you should snitch on people who do that shit. But the way that
Frey
Kira
was
worded
in
that
here.
shit is so funny.
Regulators mount up.
Wait. Ah, fuck. Shambles, yeah, I see the entomology tree that you sent me. It's pretty based. But from my understanding from this thing that I'm reading about, it's saying that the N-word didn't start as a slur, but I don't know if that really matters in the context.
It doesn't really, because the people who were getting called it didn't have a say in saying if it was or wasn't.
I mean, I'm sure even at the end of the day, you could just be like, well, technically we didn't start it as a slur. We use it as a classifier to, mark which ones
Well,
were
that's
weird.
why I think Nunga is a slur, because even though it technically didn't start as a slur, it's absolutely used as one.
Okay, so look, is that word used insultingly to people?
Absolutely. More often than it's used
is
nicely.
it used like derogatorily, like to make someone less than?
Absolutely. More often than it's used as an actual descriptor.
Okay.
Wait, no. This is why I'm saying, like, there are people in Western Australia. If you were referring, I even said this before. If you're referring to all Indigenous people as like a Nunga, that is wrong. If you were using it as an insult, as like a disparagingly, that is wrong.
Yeah, but the fact that so the way that you're saying it is if you use this like non-slur rooted word as a slur, then it's a slur.
But there's like 5,000 people that exist that actually have this as an accurate description of them. Let me look it up. 30,000 people,
But
apparently.
even if you use it properly for like something, like you can. I'm trying to think of how you can use certain words. Like there are certain things that are slurs technically that can be used in proper context without.
Yeah, like bitch.
Yeah, well, kind of. Bitch always seems to mean derogatory towards women.
No,
Like, you're
it's
describing a
very
female.
limited usage. Only like really cool people can use it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Only
It's a
cool
weird
based
thing.
homies can
But
do.
like even if you say it and you don't mean anything by it, you're still essentially equating to something to like women are bad.
Well, no, if you're describing a female dog, that's like a bitch that's had a litter.
Yeah, like if you actually use the word for what it is intended for, yeah. But then like people still be out here using it as a slur, so it still maintains the fact that it is a slur.
And it sounds off, right? Like even if you use a
Yeah.
term like that in context, it's still a bit like whoa.
Repetitive too is
Like,
another
with the
thing.
word
If someone says
like-
keeps on using it, it's like a hammer man. Like,
With the word
Yeah,
Nunga
exactly.
specific, it sounds exactly like other slurs. It's used the exact same way as other slurs. Like, it doesn't seem like it can't be a slur. Like, it literally feels and functions like one.
Yeah, in a majority of the times that it's used. So that's why, like, it's a bit tough for those people, though. They kind of got fucked over.
It's weird, because when I think of slurs, is that every time you use it, no matter what context it's used, it's always derogatory.
Well,
like
what about
always.
Micro's profile picture? Like, Micro's profile picture, depending on how you use it, is something benign or it's a slur.
What's
So
his
it's not a
profile
slur.
picture?
It's a Ritz cracker, which is not a slur.
But if you were to call
Crack is a slur, come on.
Hey, yeah. So,
it's a
physical object.
But if you were to call someone that, it's a slur, right?
Yeah. I put that fast and loose with slurs.
Mike is cutting out really
You
bad.
playing that? Oh my god.
You're like completely
No, bro, we literally can't hear you.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah. All I can hear is you saying, "Oh shit."
Yeah, it's like,
All I see was some shit. That means you can hear.
Okay.
No, well, it cuts in and out.
Oh my god. I know. All I'm saying is that y'all been playing fast and loose.
Look what you fucking guys did. You guys were talking about slurs and now he's glitching out. Fucking ruined it.
They activated the slur chip.
I haven't laughed.
Y'all
It's not
making
worth
free
laughing.
glitch out, man. You guys gotta stop.
I do agree. I do.
Just gotta chill. Stop saying slurs.
Every word out.
Are we being fast and loose with... Who's being fast and loose with slurs? What's
So,
going
would like
on?
calling someone like a cheese, would that be
Everybody in this, like, especially Uni done dropped like 3 or 4 of them. The black ones, the aboriginals.
What's going on?
Wait, what did he
Yeah, colored is technically banned here. It's not. You're not
No,
supposed
he
to be
didn't
saying.
say that.
Yeah, he did say it. He did.
Like,
and I understand.
so
I understand he wasn't. No, I understand you were doing it in context. But like if someone else hears you, they can ban. That's what I'm saying. We're paying fast and loose here, right? So that's what I'm saying. We gotta watch what we're saying. Even in saying micro's picture, well, we know what it is. But if you say it, we're probably not good.
My brain is gonna short circuit. That logic just hurts so much.
Holy shit.
It's fair enough.
Oh shit. But you gotta admit that that's like a direct example of a benign word that is also a slur.
Yeah, dog. Like, that's fine. I don't know why that's.
Well, it's kind of the opposite of what you said before about how like a slur is always a slur.
Yeah.
No, especially like when I look at like the overall like I mean like if we pick up a word and we start using it derogatorily, like I said, I'm not just always like classifying it as that. And again, like when you say like him saying like a Ritz cracker, or just like anytime someone like mentions the item cracker, is that a slur?
Fuck no.
So I don't think they're the same word.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're doing the same thing.
That makes sense.
He's trying to say that they didn't have the original intent of being a slur, but the N word and some slurs are originally credited.
Wait, so is the F slur not a slur then?
No.
The F
You
slur.
can't be that. You can't have asked that question. There's no way you didn't get what he was saying. He's saying that when you use Ritz cracker, but it's a different. He's saying that the meaning of the word is so different that it's pretty much a different word. Even though I would disagree with that, I at least understand the logic of it. It's like if a word means something, that's what that word is. So the N word in any context is obviously considered a slur, even though you can use it in a way that would be educational.
So like if the N
You
word
good, Twink?
like hang on, don't start. Don't you two start. I swear to God, I'll just get on camera and start throwing up.
Out of nowhere, like you good?
I will just get on camera and start throwing up. Okay, don't you two start. Look,
That's incentive.
My next question is like, so if like the N word meant like fork in German, is it a slur in German?
Actually, we have an example of this. The N word is used by Danish people. It's starting to become out of favor, but it is like a word for black people in Danish.
Well,
I mean, it's
arguably
it's a word for black people in a lot of places.
Yeah, but as in it's a non-slur version of it.
No, I'm
But
just
being
saying,
like
is it the same word or is it something?
Yeah.
Does it sound
Is it
different?
something that sounds similar, like in the same? There's a quote unquote Chinese N word that sounds like the N word, but it's not the N word.
No, that's a filler word, like an
Yeah.
No.
The Danish one, according to Bongers, is exactly the same as the English one.
Pronunciation doesn't matter to Free when it comes to what a word is, which honestly makes sense because it's the meaning of the word that creates the word itself.
Well, I mean, no. In this one, it kind of I did in a sense where like I said, when Chinese people are saying this word that sounds like the N word, that doesn't mean it is.
I agree.
And then I can't question Barnes. He's Danish and he knows, but I don't know. I have to.
So phonetically, the word doesn't matter, but it's literally the intent that creates it being a slur.
I didn't. Wait.
That's what you're saying.
I'm looking. Let me look at this up.
So under that logic, then every white guy who says the N-word to his white friend would just be like gay.
Yeah.
No, because they no.
No, it's not. That's not how it works.
That's different.
That's not what was said at all. I'm really glad. Never mind. I was about to get rid of what I want.
That's different because that's a like rearrangement of logic there. But like
Stop explaining it, bro.
What I mean is like the word that the Australian word that we're talking about is definitely a slur under that logic, right?
Wait. Shambles is. I mean, because this looks like this translation.
So this was according to Bong, as he calls it the Danish N word. It is the same. It means the same. Like I asked him about this because he's preferred to it a few times.
Is it derogatory though?
I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's used by the older generation.
But that doesn't mean it's derogatory, because in the sense where, like, Negro isn't derogatory.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wait, isn't it? I thought that was a banned word.
It absolutely can be though.
That's the first thing I hear.
No, I mean, right? So I mean, people can use it that way, of course, but like, I think that was for a long time that was the designation that black people accepted.
Well, wouldn't the same be said for like the hard R N word? I'm looking at literally the history of it, and has a similar history where it started as not being a slur, but as time went on, it became more and more slurry to now where it's a point where like you would even argue in some cases that reading it in a historical context is still insulting.
I don't know if it was ever something that that was
very
like the 1650s, like when black people were first being discovered by.
Back when they first discovered black people.
Right.
And ironically,
back upon the creation of blacks.
No, I'm saying that groups of black people weren't calling themselves that. Like groups of American black folk.
Well, yeah, but after Christopher Columbus invented black people, we called them that.
I know what you mean. It wasn't really something that was self-referential or even accepted or discussed. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, the soft A is an accented version, right? The way you say bigger in like English.
I was so scared.
You're playing with fire, bro.
I want to show you like how it. So if you say it with like British-esque accent, it becomes it becomes soft A. The ER becomes soft A in every English accented word, and the N word is the same. So it wasn't invented to be less offensive. It was just the accented version of people saying it, and then it over time became the less offensive one, just colloquially.
Sure.
It's the accented one. Yeah, it wasn't invented to be less offensive.
I live in the South where you can't tell the difference between a hard R and soft A sometimes. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's the accent that made it. It wasn't made specifically to be less offensive.
You missed the point. I think you missed the point. I think the point is that, like here in the South, it didn't matter because number one, you can hear people say it with a hard R or the soft A, same derogatory statement. I mean, like same derogatory ideas still behind it when they say it. I know that there's been work done to quote unquote reappropriate the word. But I don't think that qualifies as removing it from the slur. And even as a black person, right? I mean, I know I'm using the slur. I know it's a slur. I censor it myself in certain spaces, right? Because I know it's a slur.
That's the most base take, I reckon.
Yeah, that's the only logical take to have, like, with that word, in my opinion. Like, is understanding that it's a slur, even if it's used in a common, like, friendly way. Even understanding that it's just like the friendly usage of a slur.
Yeah, I would never walk up to my parents and use that shit in front of them.
But now,
Never, Dad. You get the shit slapped out of you. Right
okay,
out
so but now that
not only that, because they lived during a time where that shit had no soft. There was no soft A, right? They grew up they were born in Jim Crow, and they grew up in it. They can tell you about going to the different door to see the doctor, or eat at the back of the restaurant. So the fuck do I look?
Can anyone ironically tell us? Because I would listen.
Well,
So,
my dad,
now-
my dad had most of the stories, and he passed. My mom don't talk about it.
Oh, fuck.
So now that we've identified how you feel about that specific word, have you been listening to the discussion about the Australian one?
No, I haven't. I don't know.
Okay, so there's a word, and it's Noonga, and Shambles swears that is not a slur. However,
used as a slur.
Uni says that it is also a slur, and I also, after listening to like what it was supposed to mean and learning about this word, I feel like this word is a slur, regardless of Shambles' position. And I'm curious on your position on it.
So it is literally the name of a group of people in Western Australia.
Is it just their name, or is it like a mispronunciation?
No, it is their actual name.
No, because what it looks like is like there's two things: Noongar and Nyungar.
So it's spelled with Noon, to my understanding.
Right, but it seems like there's a language called Nyungar, like Nyun.
Wait. Okay. So there are multiple. So there are literally hundreds of indigenous groups. There are probably two with similar names. They're free. Gonna send you a quick Wikipedia.
I thought you were about to send him the video.
I mean,
oh my god, yeah, no shit.
So that is their actual.
No. Sending in the video makes a lot of sense because it proves where the fucking my understanding of it being a slur is.
If
you don't want to send him the video, you don't have to.
Would literally agree with this.
In that context, it is.
It isn't universally a slur. Like it's only a slur like in the right context. Like it's like used by with like specific like specific intent. Like in that video, like he was using like that shit like to mock. Like straight up, like there's no way around it. Like, there wasn't like nice.
Free would not think this is a slur. By the way,
like in that context, like straight up, that's a slur.
No, I've been listening to Free. There's no way Free would think that Noongar is a slur. Absolutely no way. Just based off of everything that he's already said.
Exactly.
Because it's a self-accepted identity. It refers to a group of people who are okay with it. Even though it can be used negatively. Even though it can be used negatively, that doesn't make it a slur.
Yeah.
One of the reasons it is like it's contextually a slur, you would say then. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I wouldn't call it a
So
slur.
it would be the same type of slur as like the
Kira.
So like, okay, wait. So here's another one. There's another group of people that a river is named, like literally a river is named after the Murray people. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we have the Murray-Darling Basin. So Murray can be used in the same way. They're a group of people from a particular. Well, they're a group of people.
This makes me want to play League.
But you can use you can call a lecturer I used to have was an expert on the Murray people because he used to work with them.
Yeah, some people would be a lot less offended, but I think as well, if you're going to bring up the context of it, Murray's, while it actually does get used as a slur sometimes, see how fucking backwater racist Australian is. Just the name of a tribe becomes a fucking slur in this country. But yeah, people get referred to as Murrays.
That's kind of similar to like Asian slur. Like Americans have different fucked up slurs for like certain Asian groups.
But like you don't like calling someone like Korean isn't really like
Bro,
a
calling a Japanese person the 3-letter version of that is a slur somehow. I personally don't understand that one.
There's some times where like calling a Mexican can come off as a slur.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like I can turn white into a slur if I want to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You wouldn't be the first.
Like this is.
If there's enough
True.
If you're on Twitter
my
long enough,
name
you can make
is actually a slur if you use it. So don't.
Same, actually. My name can also be used as a slur. Like my
in China it can.
What we've learned here is no word is safe. Right.
Yeah.
All words are slurs.
Okay, wait. Actually, Free. Can you hand down a reg decision now that we will carry forward? Can we say no?
Yeah. It seems like, wait. I I can't make that decision. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a lonely red, right? So if I can make it, but somebody else can go against it. You got
wait, really quick, if a bunch of racist Aussies come in and they know that someone's indigenous and they start calling them a fucking Noongar,
yeah, and then you would ban the people for that. Then you would still rank them for that.
Yeah, so then like you wouldn't want to make it like a thing. Like you can, there's plenty of words in this Discord that are
you're gonna run the risk of like racist other people using it as an N-word skirt.
Also, wait. I mean, wait. If people are doing that, then you just ban them for skirting.
I don't know.
I just don't want to.
I know you remember Rena. He brought up a great point. This is why we don't do foreign languages, right? We don't know. Sometimes we don't know what it is. There's an ambiguity there. Sometimes it can be used to hide folk who got bad intentions, and we never know because we're ignorant of it. How would we be able to parse out this person's intent truthfully?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought about saying some certain Spanish just like cathartically, and I just ruled against it in my head.
Because it's gonna be some guy who has the perfect like story to tell one mod that I am not being racist, even though I'm technically being racist. Like I'm being racist, I'm just good at lying to you about it, and that way somebody's letting him.
Good at it.
But yeah,
okay, so Noongar should be banned because it's not English. That's the base take.
Wait, no, it's a group of people. This would be saying like Spanish isn't English.
Oh,
no,
bro, Spanish.
We wouldn't go around calling Spanish people Españols here, right? It's still a foreign language.
Don't underestimate.
Wait, but that is still their group. That is still their group. This is like saying you cannot say Cherokee because it is not English.
I mean,
Wait, but that's what's weird because there's so many different like pronunciations, spellings of it. Which like is N-O-O-N the one or N-Y-U-N? I'm confused.
Honestly, you probably couldn't even get people within those tribes to agree on it fully.
The word that I have learned, as an American that believes this is N-O-O-N-G-A.
Well, that's definitely a slur.
And if you would like, I can send you the video that I learned this from.
Wait, no, I think he gives context. What, you think he's
I
gonna
feel
start
like if Bree unironically had this video, he'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is a slur."
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
send it to me. I want to see.
Wait, if you're talking about N-Y-O-N-G-A, that's a Congo thing, I think. That's like a town.
I said N-Y-U-N.
Oh, N-Y-U-N.
Yeah, get Googling it, Shambles. Figure out if this is like what they actually fucking say, because it's so hard with these particular types of tribes. Like, they could actually just be disagreements on how the fuck they spell it.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I can actually explain this. So this is so in a lot of indigenous groups, when we say like Noongar, for example, I think in their like the indigenous languages of that area, they also use that name as to mean like a person or the people.
Fuck this, bro. This language is spoken.
That's why. So like,
why do you want to say it?
Good point.
I'll say it with you.
I mean, it's literally only
not a good point
about being said when it's like when it's like in context.
The only context I've seen it used in DGG is linking a explicitly racist video.
Yeah, that one is the video is explicitly racist, but like the term itself is not.
I mean, but if it comes so close to the line, man, for the sake of keeping it clean, you might want to get rid of it.
Keeping it clean.
Oh, I would not post that video in DGG.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Like that's why I said to Toy, like, don't post that.
There is a reason.
It's just embarrassing. Like,
I would personally never in my life ever post this video, but I do think that the people who are listening to this conversation should
deserve to see it if they want.
Yeah, they deserve to see this they deserve to see the context.
Yeah, so okay, wait. So the context of this is the guy. So the guy he is definitely using offensively, but it's also weird because where he is from, that is the name of the people in that region. So the normal people are literally from the region around Perth.
So I think y'all will move me tonight. I think y'all will move me tonight. There has to be like it was like a slur like status for a word where I used to think I guess it was binary, it's a slur, not slur. But there's a state where it
I just think contextual slur.
Right, a contextual slur, right. Like I can hear arguments from women saying if you call me a bitch, that's a slur. And
if
you're a bitch.
If I call Kira a bitch, that's probably different to me going like,
you're such a bitch.
You're a bitch. Yeah, like,
yeah,
hey,
you're such a bitch.
Yeah, different like.
I don't use very often.
What did I do? I zoned out for a second trying to send people racist videos.
I don't usually call. I don't like to call people bitches. It's fun to call like random.
If you want it,
Wait, Kira's talking.
No, I don't call you. No. I'm just saying.
Call me a bitch.
Kira called me a bitch.
Right, you're a bitch, but Taylor is not actually a bitch. I don't actually like using like the word bitch. I found like a lot of people actually really get hurt by it, like especially girls. Ironically, because they get called it so like
you have to use it in such a jokingly cool manner that it's like obviously that you're not calling them a bitch.
Yeah, as an Aussie, my best friend, she like unironically, and I've been in VCs with her where like men will just like call her a bitch for like no reason, and I can see why like it gets so like frustrating.
Yeah, okay, I gotta change my mind. Y'all looking at this.
I've had this problem where, like, as an Aussie, we use the word cunt all the time, and even like we act like it's a thing that everyone in Australia agrees on. Most people do, but like I've slipped into saying cunt before, and like had a girl literally fucking start crying on me, and I didn't even understand. I was like, what?
Older generations that like, hey, don't say that. But like in general, it's.
I was 16.
You know what? I unironically, DGG has un-R-worded me. Like, I do not use the R in my
Speaking of people crying, so you get people crying after you do something, one of the worst, I'm never ever having sex with someone who's like a Muslim anymore. This is not Islamophobic, it's just every time, especially if they're a guy, and I have sex with them, like this happened to me 2 times out of 3 now with Muslim people. They will...
Is it literally just like religious guilt?
Works.
Yeah, they will lose it. I had one guy start like almost crying, basically just started wailing, saying like, it's okay, I'm not gonna go to hell, because I top is not gay. He didn't top, by the way, he just didn't do anything, like we basically barely did anything, and this guy lost it, like.
I love that the clapback is, he didn't top, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't even like, he barely did anything, so like but he still lost it. I don't want to go
so sad.
But yeah, like
it was probably enough, you know.
That's honestly that's sad, but I feel worse for Kira in that situation. It's like, what the fuck? That's unfair. Everyone around you is just fucking crying.
Yeah, cause like you try to console them, but they also like look at you like really disgusted.
They're more disgusted in you. They just see you as like that thing, that like demented sexual fucking fantasy, whatever.
It's gotta be rough to live in a world where like you feel shame after you come. Like that's gotta be one of the roughest things.
The first time one of the first times I had sex with a guy, he like, I was like 19, right? And this guy just went down on my I thought he was going down on me, but he just went straight for like my ass, and I think he kind of missed it. I did not know that was a thing, right? From later on online, a lot of people can talk about eating ass and shit, but like, I just thought this guy was like really weird, had some weird ass fetish, and I was so scared. I remember being 19, just sitting there, the first experience, this guy's like trying to eat out my ass, and me just paralyzed in fear, like, the fuck is happening right now?
Bro, he missed your ass?
Dude,
what did he hit, by the way? What the fuck?
So, he was kind of like on my... I think he's trying to go for my ass, but he was like kind of like more on my taint. Because I was like, lying on my back, right?
Wait, I dated a girl who unironically said that first having her taint eaten. It was the funniest thing in the world.
I did not know that people did that, right? So like to me, I was like, the fuck is this guy into like? I'm not even gonna say it, but like I was frozen in fear. I'm not gonna lie. I just sat there, let him do whatever he wanted, pushed him away after a while, and like I came to my sense because I did not know what the fuck he was doing.
The first time I learned that you could have oral sex in any facet, I was like, holy shit, you could do that?
Really?
That's insane. Like I remember my parents went to a party, right, and they left me in like the living room.
How did I know you were gonna say something like this?
So they left me in the living room. They left me in the living room at the party, and they were like, "Just watch TV and read the magazines in here, and like we'll come back for you when the party's over."
Fucking porn magazines.
So I found like Cosmopolitan magazines as
my
a child.
God.
Right? Like I was super young, and this was back when Cosmo was like what
Corny
I
as shit.
good. So like I was sitting there watching like whatever their TV was turned to, reading Cosmopolitan, and I was just like, "You could do that with your wiener?" And like I was just like forever changed Like from that point on, I was like so inquisitive about things like that. It was crazy.
They did not. Maybe they did it on purpose. They're like, "Fuck, we're gonna have this talk at some point. May as well just drop
Pretty
the
sure
cut,
doctor's office, Cosmo introduced me to what anal is.
Yeah, dude. Like I was like, you could do all sorts of things with your wiener. I was not aware of.
Yeah, mine was.
I can put that thing in so many places. Consensually.
Right? It's so versatile.
Dude, I almost killed myself like when I was 50 trying to suck my own dick, okay? I was a fat kid and I tried everything.
What was the part that almost killed you?
So I got desperate, read online, and one way was like to kind of like force it by like putting your like legs up on your back. And listen, I was a fat kid, I had a tummy, so I know it's not flexible at all. Maybe now that I'm like fucking anorexic, it could work, but like, so I put my like,
just,
I think it was like,
what a humble brag.
Look, as someone who has achieved this, it's not as
That's
cool
a
as you think.
massive humble
It's
brag.
basically like popping
It
your
is
head.
more like sucking dick than getting
Yeah,
your dick
it's
sucked.
more like sucking dick than getting your dick sucked. I'll just let you know.
Can you do it?
I never managed to actually ever do it, right? I almost broke, like I felt like I almost broke my back by trying. Like I put my legs on the bed and like keep like going up until like basically your weight is like.
You get like a
just
pop
force
in,
it
and then you're like, this is terrible, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Toyola, can you do that?
Position right now, I'm gonna fucking like crack my back or some shit.
Hold the fuck up. I need to address this, okay? I'm hearing a bunch of filthy fucking liars in chat. I'm hearing a bunch of guys asking, you can do that? You fucking know it. I know each and every one of you degenerates has tried it at least once.
Yes, you fucking have.
No, I mean I've thought about the idea. No, I've thought about the idea, but my thing is like. My thing is like.
The only person here willing to just own up to the fact that they've done it before.
No, but like you've sucked your own dick.
Oh, wait.
Of course I have.
Everybody's tried at least once. Like, never fucking.
Dude, how short is your like torso?
Never tried.
So I forgot to mention that besides being fat, my dick was like 3.2 inches, so that didn't help either.
Nice. That's
You said nice.
Based.
I was a very unlucky kid. Yeah, my parents just like threw me with like a maid and traveled around the world where like they just had me with like a maid that just made me microwave food every day. And that was it.
My thing
is
though is like the reason there's a reason why I like haven't tried it is because I don't like the idea of like my mom busting in my fucking room with me upside down trying to suck my own dick.
Okay, so the first time I ever had double black eyes was trying that in my parents' house growing up. Okay, I tried to do like a front flip situation to get momentum to bend better, and I just straight up blacked my eyes with my kneecaps, right? And I was afraid that was gonna be the moment that I was caught trying to do it, but then I did it, and I was like, this is not worth doing again. Like this is never going to be like a thing. And it's just like,
did you do it to completion, bro?
no, you can't. Like you straight up can't. I don't think you can.
You didn't like pencil sharpen your shit with your tongue, like
I've seen videos that prove you wrong.
I fully do not believe that you can. Like it's probably like tickling yourself. You just can't do it.
So, like, do you want me to send you a video? Because I will find one.
Well, look, dude, maybe I'm just bad at it.
So, what we have found out is that one, Toyolo has a dick in his mouth, and two, Toyolo is bad at giving head. This is what we found out today.
No, hang on a second. Wait a second. Toyolo's not bad at giving head. Toyolo's bad at
It's like a pleasant feeling. It's not like the same as giving head. It's legit like.
Yeah, like you can't really focus on how it feels as much as you focus on what you're doing.
No, it's pretty.
Like it's not my fault I longed it for science here.
If you're
curious
about this, or if you're
Toyolo,
curious about this, it's exactly like the same throughout everyone. No one really gets like that.
I hear you. They're just ignoring you.
No, yeah, I'm trying to explain that. It's like there's not a lot of psychographic features that come from self-sucking. Like there's just consistently not.
Yeah, so like, I remember back in public school, everyone talked about how Marilyn Manson had like
No
a
laugh.
move to be able to do that. But I remember, like, so you guys know P90X, right? Are you guys familiar with P90X?
Yes.
You ever do P90X
tried
stretch?
to do that, dude. I actually threw
No.
up.
Dude, so I remember, like, so P90X stretch after doing it for a couple weeks, and, like, fucking, there's the one move, I think it was called plow. So basically, you get up on your shoulders and support your back, so your body's perpendicular to the ground outside, like, your neck being flexed a bit. Then you slowly lower your legs towards your face till they hit the floor, or however low they go. And it was at that moment I realized, like, you know, if I really wanted to, I could, but, you know, just some things, you know.
You didn't really want to?
No.
That's literally how I learned it too.
Duffelbag, I do not believe you. What I do believe is that
I deadass believe him. That's the exact way I learned how to do it.
No, I do not believe you, Duffelbag, because what I do believe is that you're a man who's too cowardly to admit that he's had his own dick in his mouth.
Look, I think for some people it's a length issue. For some people it's a flexibility issue. For some people it's
Man said length. No,
length issue.
That it would be more like sucking a dick than getting
exactly.
I don't want to suck a dick, bro.
Exactly.
That's not my thing.
But I feel like every boy has tried thinking that it wouldn't be like that, thinking that it'd probably be like the opposite.
That is not me.
No, it's very like. It's very separated.
What if it is, though?
It's not like it's like, oh, you're getting yourself back.
Yeah, exactly. Like that.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
You call me homophobic because I don't want to suck.
Which one of you?
Is someone just robot voicing?
Oh.
I heard a chipmunk.
I heard a chipmunk too.
Yes, someone's mic was going full fucking Ray before, but
I think I know who it is, but I'll wait for confirmation.
If you're thinking it was free, it wasn't. It's Funkhouse at the moment.
I don't think it was free.
No, it's Funkhouse.
Yeah, it was probably me. Well, I'm on like mobile and shit. Like,
Yeah, Funkhouse isn't the one that was going like chipmunky though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think I was
One of the downsides of Discord Mobile is that your like green ring lights up no matter what if you're not on push to talk or muted.
What?
Yeah, mine doesn't. I'm on mobile.
Are you push to talk or muted?
Like I do mute myself fairly frequently, but I'm not muted right now.
You might just have a really good phone speaker or like.
It's about them. It's about your input sensitivity. Anyone can make their ring green forever if you just have the highest sensitivity. You just keep on.
That's why I got lower on my phone then.
I have like key buttons to like so right now I'm on like obviously voice activity with like no sensitivity, and then I would like key bind it to push to talk later. So I just like switch between push to talk and voice activity, so I don't have to hold the button.
That's intense.
Yeah, look, I'll like switch back.
That's a really good.
I'm on push to talk now.
Aaron is like too disciplined on some things. Like it makes me feel like really lacking.
What do you mean?
Like that's like
What
such
is the
an
discipline involved
organized.
in that?
That's such an organized thought process to be like, I need my keybinds specifically to mitigate my voice.
I need to.
You need to have higher standards for yourself.
There is a reason for this, okay? I will rap sheet.
Dude, I'm the guy
And
who barely
stop
even like
this,
wears
okay?
clothes. Like I don't think in these manners.
Toilo, this is the listen. You need to be prepared. Not go through another situation like this again.
Wait, Kira, do you have like a long rap sheet?
It's pretty fucking long, yeah.
Let me see.
Morning and Mike in debate. Kira, I love you.
Also, Taylor, do you remember the McDonald's story from the other day?
Yes.
Yeah, it's full circle. I got all of my money back, so
Hell
I just
yeah.
got a free Macca's meal, random Macca's meal.
I see. I told you these motherfuckers call it Macca's.
Macca's, yeah. Wait, we never said we didn't. What are you talking about?
I said that you both got mad at
Wait,
me.
yeah, you say.
Holy shit, you got 6 bands?
Why?
They're all meme bands. None of them are real.
Bro,
Yeah,
Kira's
requested
band
that.
say things like
Wait, what the fuck?
being a stupid bitch. Like, how do you have this? And I got the warning for saying that word.
Wait, did you get? Was that 7-day one legit?
Where's the 7-day one? Me and Cake, Comsci, everybody were just trolling RTBA. He banned me, then I got unbanned immediately.
Did you see the
Oh,
Reddit
yeah.
post about Artiba needing to step down?
No,
RTBA is like really, like,
Dude, there was a
he
micro.
will like no life, like regs the shit, right? Like all chats all the time. It's like one of his uses, but this guy does lose his fucking mind a lot.
There was like an anti-micro level post about.
That. Whenever he comes to Comsci, we just troll the shit out of him and he tries to like ban us, and then he gets like shit talked by Cake, and then he gets mad.